Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Timi Kemza James. For our new subscribers, you're welcome. For the old ones, you're most welcome. So today we are going to be learning how to cut a sheath dress or a simple dress with a patch pocket. So I'm going to be sectioning this video into three. This one is going to be about cutting. We're going to have another one which will be about cutting and placing a parchment pocket. Then the third one will be about putting the dress together. So for this video, we'll be needing a pair of scissors, a tape, a ruler, a hip cuff. If you don't have a hip cuff, don't worry about it. You can work with your ruler and your free hands, is just fine. So a chalk, I'm using a tailor's chalk. You can use any chalk or a marking pen, whatever, but just ensure that it's something that when you mark on your fabric, you can easily take it out. So we'll need, of course, our fabric. I'm using this fabric, so I might be using this fabric for the pocket, but if I don't like what it looks like, I might end up using either another fabric or a lace piece, whatever. So when we get to that bridge, I'll cross it. So, and then the measurements. So let's get into our video proper. Guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric that will be enough for me. I just took out about 2 yards. So what I'll be doing now is I just folded it into 4. Then I'm leaving this side, this open side, for zip allowance, so you can see the folding. You see, so it's actually, this one is folded double. So this is just what I did. So I'm just going to be inserting my measurements now. First off, I just marked a line here, around here, which I'm going to be using as my starting point or baseline. So I'm inserting my neck measurement, 3 inches, then 8 inches for shoulder standard, 3 inches, 8 inches standard, then 1 inch down here for shoulder slope. Then I'm inserting 8 inches here for the armhole. Is actually 7 inches because it's a free dress, I'm adding this 1 inch here to make it 8 inches. So I'm just going to connect the 3 inches to this 1 inch here to create the shoulder slope or the shoulder slant, whatever you're comfortable with. Then the 8 inches that I have here, I'm going to place it here to mark the point exactly. Then I connect my armhole line like so. Then I'm just going to be marking from here. I'll measure this one here. We have 9 inches. I'll bring the 9 inches here, take the 9 inches here so that I can rule it into a straight line. So this is going to be our chest line for the dress. I'll just mark it like that. You can see our dress is beginning to come up. So from here, I'm going to insert from her shoulder to her bust, which is 11 inches. Then to her waistline or her affluence, I'm using 17 inches. Then I'm going to mark to her hip. I have 24 inches. Then to the length, I'm going to be using a total of 42 inches for the length. So I'm going to be marking 44 inches because I'll be needing that 2 inches for folding allowance to fold the down of the dress. I'm actually going to be adding a lining piece here. So I'll just rule this into a straight line. That's the hem length. Rule it into a straight line. Take it up. I'm inserting my hip measurement again, shoulder to hip on this side again. Then the affluence, I'm just marking all the points that's necessary for me. Then I'm just going to be ruling this, connecting my lines to get straight lines like this. I'm actually not going to be adding a zipper to this dress, but I'm just leaving this. I will still be closing the seam, so I just need it to just give it more shape at the back of the dress. That's what I need it for. So here I'm going to insert my armhole curve and everything. So I'm taking half of this measurement, which is 4 inches. From there I'm coming down by 1 inch just to create a curve. So I'm going to insert her bust measurement. For the client is 35 inches. So 35 divided by 4. You remember we are working on 1/4 of the body. Here we go. I'll mark it here. Then I'm adding 1 inch for ease. Remember, this fabric is folded into 4. So as you're adding 1 inch, it means it's a total of 4 inches that I'm adding. Then I'm going to be adding 1 inch for sewing allowance on the bust line. Then I'll just connect to this point here for the armhole curve. Then for the neck line, the front neckline, I'm going to make it 3 by 3 like so. Then I'll curve it round. You can use a French curve for this, but it's totally fine. For the back armhole, for the back neck depth, I'm just going to be using 1.2. So I'll connect it like so. This is the back neck, this is the front neckline. So I'm coming over now to the affluent point. So for her affluent is 30 inches. So 30 divided by 4 for the client's affluent measurement is 30 divided by 4. I have 7.5. I'll insert it here. Then I'm inserting that 1 inch for ease. Then 1 inch sewing allowance. Then I go over to the hip. The hip is 40 inches. Sorry, the hip is 38 inches, so that will be 9.5. Going to insert it there. 1 inch for ease, and then 1 inch sewing allowance. So whatever I have at the hip point, I'm just going to be minusing 1 inch from it, and that's what I'm going to be adding. I just want a little fitting at the down, so I have 12 inches here. So I'll just take out half an inch from the 12. So that is it. I'm going to be connecting my line from the hip now. I'll be connecting it to the hem like this in a straight line. Then I'll use my French curve to make the curve from the affluent to the hip point here. I'm just going to be using my hip curve to connect it like this. Then I'll just take it up. I'm still going to be using this French curve for here. You can use a ruler, but I just like the effect the French curve gives. I'm just going to be connecting it like so. Then I'll just mark this out properly to avoid any harsh lines around there. So here we go. This is our dress. So I'm going to cut it out. Then first start cutting from your back neck. When you're cutting any dress that has the back and the front together like that, you first start from your back neck. Then you raise the front piece up before you cut because sometimes you can forget. That's happened to me before. So I'll just cut the back neck to be that deep, and when you do that, you might not be able to fix it. So then I'm just going to be leaving about 3/4 of an inch on this side here for joining the shoulder. Then I'll be cutting this out, the armhole. Now when I cut this out, I'm not going to be throwing it away. That's what I'm going to be using for the patch pocket. You can totally design a new patch pocket, but this should be about the size and shape that I want. So that's what I'm going to be using for the patch pocket. So I'll keep this aside. Come back and cut this out, and I'll come back to show you. So here we go. This is our dress. You can see it's already looking lovely. So on the neckline, I'm going to be making a slit here at the front piece, just a little bit of a slit there. So you can measure it out actually, so you can go deep to 3 inches or whatever you prefer, but I'm just going to be doing this by freehand, so I'll just be stopping around there. So here you go, the slit is just on the front piece. So you see, this is the front, this is the back, and this is the patch pocket. I have 2 pieces here, but I'm going to be using maybe one or maybe the both of them, whatever. So this is this about this cutting of this dress. So I'm just going to cut the sleeve now for you to see. So I'll just fold it up and bring another material to cut the sleeve. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out fabric for the sleeve. So I just cut out about twice of what I need, then I folded it into 4 also, like this. So what I'm just going to do is insert a baseline. Just going to be inserting a baseline. Then I need the sleeve to be about 10 inches. Anything 10 to 11 will be fine. So I have 10.5 here, which is fine, because I'm going to be folding over the sleeve with the other material just to create a contrast. So since I'm not sure of which material I'll be using yet, so I just left that aside for now. So from the base here, we're going to be determining our sleeve height, our cap height. So I have a video of sleeve somewhere else, so if you don't know how to calculate your cap's height, you can just go ahead and just check that video out. So I'm going to be linking it in the description box below. I also have a video where I made a basic pattern. If you don't know it, I'll be linking it down there. So I'm just marking my sleeve now. Sorry, this line is supposed to be like this. So I'll just be creating my cap's height here. If you remember, this is half of my armhole measurement, which is 8 inches. That's what I did here. Then I added 1 inch for seam allowance. Then I have this line ruled here. I'm going to be finding half of the line, which is 4.5. From there, this time around, I'm going to be ignoring anything about the front armhole and the back armhole, because it's just a free dress. So we are going to be using the back armhole style. So just connect everything from here. I'm going to use my French curve to just smoothing out this line properly. Then here is my sleeve. I'll be cutting that out. So here we go. This is the sleeve. This is the dress. So guys, this is it about cutting a simple shift dress. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this material, you can check me out on Instagram. I sell this. You can check my Instagram and my Facebook page. You can check Timmy Kemza James on Facebook and Timmy Kemza on Instagram. Or you can leave a comment down below. I'll reply you on how you can purchase this fabric. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I have a new video up on the channel. And please do ensure to hit the notification bell so that you see when I post a video about how to sew this clothes. It's going to be beautiful, guys. So see you in my next video. Bye.